Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new series that I decided to start. And this is going to involve building a Microsoft Access database application from the ground up. Now, I want to set a few guidelines before I go ahead and get started. I tried to decide what the database is going to be about. There's a lot of stuff out there, around like CRMs and tracking employees and times and calendars and orders and items and all that. But I wanted to take a break from that and do something fun, like something people can, or at least most people can relate to every day. So I'm going to make this a database about keeping track of sports leagues and games. So it's going to, you're going to we're going to have a table of teams. We're going to have a table of divisions, conferences, and we're going to schedule the games. And we're going to have a few forms to kind of enter games into the schedule, to enter results, and maybe even a report to show the league standings. And so that's what we're going to do. Now, I purposefully did not give this any type of structure. Everything I'm doing here is completely winging it. So, my purpose here is just to kind of show how the sausage is made. And it's more about demonstrating what Access can do than the application itself. I just want to show you the power that this application has. That's really my goal. And to get something to post as well. I have to admit that. Right. I'm not truly without ulterior motives here. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get into this. Let's see what tables we're going to need first. Let's build the tables. So let's I'm going to do a couple things first here. Just some setup things. I already saved the database, but what I want to do is go into options, current database. I like overlapping windows. Okay, it's going to make me close and reopen. All right, let's go ahead and do that. All right, boom. Okay, now let's set up some tables. I'm going to go to create. Create table. Actually, let's do table design. Let's put this in design mode first. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need teams, right? So I'm going to put team ID. Want to have that, and I'm going to make this a primary key. And a primary key. I don't know how instructional I want to make this series. Maybe semi-instructional. I don't intend this to be a tutorial on how to use Access. So a primary key is a field that we use to uniquely identify a row, and I'm just using that. Okay, so I'm going to put team city, team name. Oh, this has to be an auto number. Yeah, so it could be a primary key. Let's see, what other information might we need? Oh, division and conference. And we'll make those numbers because I intend to have a foreign key relationship. We're going to have a table of conferences and a table of divisions. Actually, now that I think of it, divisions are going to be tied to conference, so I don't really need to have a conference field, do I? Because, yes, a team is going to be in a conference, but a team is going to be in a division, and the division is going to be connected to a conference. Yeah, so let's just do that. Just lead if I need a conference in there later, I'll put it in. All right, I think that'll be it for now. I'll probably think of things later to add. Save the design, yes. I'm going to put TBL teams. All right, we got it. Okay. Now, let's create another one. We got to do a few more here. Table design. And we're going to do, this is going to be for divisions. I'm going to division ID, conference ID, and I think, wait, this is a divisions table, right? Okay, so I got to make this auto number and primary key. And we're going to want to know what conference this is in. That's just going to be a number because I'm going to put a relationships that will link. It'll be more evident when I start putting in relationships. Division name. And we'll leave it at that for now. Yes, I'm going to put TBL for table divisions. Okay. Let's put a table for conferences. This is going to be conference ID, conference name. I don't need to put in the division here because that's going to be taken care of. We're already going to tie the divisions back to the conference. I'm going to create some relationships after this, and you'll see what I mean. All right. Short text, number. Oh, okay. Yes, long integer. Conference name. Okay. Let's close that. And now we can start creating some relationships. I don't know if this application is going to allow, well, I don't, we may just have a fixed set of divisions. I'm trying to keep this app as simple as possible. So I don't know if I want to make that dynamic or not. But we'll see as we go along. So I'm going to go to database tools and relationships. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to relate these tables to each other. So I'm going to just put all of these in. Now, the division ID, I'm going to relate back to division. Now, I'm going to enforce referential integrity because I don't want a team being in a division that doesn't exist. I don't see any cascading that's going to be necessary here. In other words, if I change the division ID here, then it would change in here. But it's an auto number anyway, so it's a bit of a moot point. Okay, and conference ID likewise will relate back to division. So I mean, really, the teams are connected to conferences through divisions, and this is these are relationships. It's what we call an ER diagram in database parlance. Okay, we need more tables though, because we're going to have a schedule, right? So let's go ahead and create. We'll do table design, and I'm going to do, let's say, game ID. We'll make that the auto number and the primary key. Again, like I said, I don't. This is not intended to be a tutorial or a course on Access. I'll explain some basic concepts as I go along, but I really want to. My objective is to keep this simple, just to kind of show you what Access can do. That's my goal here. Just to kind of because a lot of you are probably like, okay, well, you got Microsoft Office, right? You got the blue W, you know what that is. You got the red, you got the green X, you know what that is. But what is that red A? Well, this is the red A, right? That's what we're going with. All right, so game IDs. It's going to be a game. We're going to have a home team and an away team. Let's see. Oh, these have to be numbers. All right, now what else? Now I could put a stadium, but let's not go that deeply into it. Well, we're going to want. Let's see. Should I put a division game or a conference? Yeah, I think we should put a division because if we're going to have the standings show division and conference record, I think I need to have that information in here. So yeah, so division game and conference game, and I'm going to make these yes no. So it either is or it isn't. Then I'm going to put home score and away score. Those are just going to be numbers. Number, and I don't think these need to be long integers. I think even byte would probably be fine, but let's make this integer. Now, we could put winner. That would be another long integer. And I'm thinking, so when the results are entered, we'll just say whichever, if home score is bigger, then winning team will be equal to home team. If away score is bigger, then it'll be away team. Oh, let me just see. You know what? We should have tie. And if it's a tie, maybe we'll set this as -1. Winning team will be -1 or something. Just thinking. Or 0 would be good enough. Well, normally we plan a lot more for this, but like I said, I'm just kind of playing with stuff. It's no big whoop. Let's see where this goes. So TBL games. It may seem that having a winning team field is redundant, but it's an easy thing to have in there. We can have a simple rule set, and then, I don't know. The winning team is probably going to be set anyway. We're probably in the form where we set the game results. Okay. Anyway, so I think that's the basic structure, and now we're going to have some fun populating these tables. I'm not going to put it in forms just yet. I think this database is going to have a fixed set of these. The values in here are going to be fixed. I could make this so that you could start your own league by you just enter a form to enter new teams. But I'm just thinking, no, because that would require, it's not a teams table anymore. Then you need to make copies. Yeah, I don't know how that would work very well. I'm just kind of thinking ahead here. So yeah, for the time being, even if I do put dynamic teams in here, for the time being, I do need to make it static. So now remember, we have cascading relationships here. So we have to enter the conferences first, then the divisions, because if I go into teams and I put if I put a division, it's going to give me an error. Yeah. And the reason it's saying is because a related record is required in table divisions. There is no division with an ID of 5, right? So that's why we have to do things in a certain order. I'm going to press escape to kind of get out of here. So, and likewise with divisions, okay, well, let's make a division. Like, first of all, I can't make a division 5 because it's an auto number. Now, I guess I don't have to put, I didn't have to make this auto number, but I did. So I could not even create a division 5, but even if I could, if I put in conference 3, now we're going to have another problem. See, because there's no conference with ID 3. So we got to do this in a very particular order. All right, so I'm going to say, let's say Western Conference and Eastern Conference. Why is this? Oh, did I not make it an auto number? Yeah. Okay, I get it. All right. I'm trying to get out of here. All right, I'm sorry. I'm trying to undo. You won't even let me undo. Okay. I probably did. Okay, I didn't make it an auto number. That's why. Yeah, I could have just manually put in conference numbers and it would have taken it, but well. I kind of, for some reason, I assumed I had set an auto number. So I was a little caught off guard that, it's part of one or more relationships. Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to have to remove the relationship first. Let me make sure. Oh, no. Let me make sure I did it for divisions. I did. Okay, division ID is an auto number. Okay. No, okay. I get it. All right, I'm going to have to remove the relationship first. Because it's going to nag at me unless I do. So let's delete it for the moment. We'll put it back. Don't worry, otherwise it's just not going to let me. All right, I think I can make this auto number. It might not let me. Once you enter data in the table, you can change. Access can be a pain in the sometimes. Yes, no, I don't want to. Okay, we have to delete it and recreate it. I mean, there's other ways to do it, but the table's empty. I might as well just recreate it. It's easiest way to do it. So let's go back to table design. We'll do conference ID, conference name. Okay, auto number, short text. And I think we could just save it. I didn't. It'll do primary key. Oh, okay, wait. TBL conferences. I think it'll prompt me for the primary key, won't it? Yeah. It says, do we want to create one? But I think it's going to automatically use the auto number. Let's double check. Yeah, good. All right. All right. Oh, I got to put it back in relationships. Yes. Access. I mean, there's a rhyme. There's a method to its madness. It's just All right. I got to put this back. It can be annoying sometimes. I mean, do I have to have the referential integrity? No, I don't. But it's a good practice to get into. All right. Conferences. Let's try this again. We're going to call this Eastern and Western. And I should keep it open. I don't really, actually. And we're gonna make this like a 16-team football league. And I could make it dynamic where you could make your own league and add teams, but that's a whole nother level that I don't really want to go into with this video series. I want to keep it simple. Okay. Division conference 1. 1. Started at 2 for some reason. Okay, I guess I must have entered a Division 1 at some point. Okay. All right, so 1, that's going to be Eastern Conference. Now, what I could do, I could set it up so that this is a lookup. It'll actually put Eastern here, but I generally don't like that practice. I know that 1 is East and 2 is West. We'll leave it at that. Okay. The 2 Eastern Conferences, let's say Atlantic, Southeast, Central, and Pacific. Easy peasy. Okay. Now let's leave this open. We're going to put the teams in. Okay. Teams. All right, now this is going to fill in as I go, and I'm probably going to have to put in a division. Well, let's see. Can I enter all the teams and put in divisions later? I'll have to see. Let me just start with Jersey. Okay, yeah, all right. I have to enter divisions as I go. Maybe I should have put the relationships in second. I don't know. What? Oh, it's Atlantic is 2, right? I really could do this with a query or a form, but no. No. Let's do the DC. You know what? Let's put in some real teams here. I'm not going to get a copyright strike because I put in. Well, come on. 2. Right. Got to put in some fictional things here. Le Machine de Montreal. This was a WLAF team way back. One more. Something from the East. Okay, and they're all in Division 2. I just put Division 3, 3, 3. Oh, good. So Southeast, we're gonna have the Orlando Thunder. I'm mixing up like various leagues here. Birmingham Stallions. Memphis Maniacs. I think there was an original XFL team with that name. Not the one that came in 2022, but the 2001 version. Or not. And New Orleans. Oh, let's give the AFL a shout out. Voodoo. These are generally real teams. I'm just kind of, playing a little fast and loose with these. Okay. This is the fun part, right? Okay. 4, and 5. Let's put the division IDs ahead. So I don't have to worry about putting them in every line. Okay. So Western Conference Central Division. Let's go Houston Gamblers. St. Louis. Yeah, I could put Battlehawks. I could, but I won't. Let's put Grand Rapids Rampage. That was another AFL team. One more. Let's go with Oklahoma Outlaws. Okay. Great. And finally, we have the Pacific Division. I'm going to be kind of um, uh, Spokane Stag. Okay. This is not a real life team, but it's a team I play in a fantasy football league. So look, I live in Spokane, and it's my video. Okay. Los Angeles Express. Let's put a team in Portland. Breakers. The New Orleans Breakers were in Portland in the USFL. I don't know if that was before or after. I'm a little mixed up on that. But anyway. Okay, one more. One more Pacific. San Diego. They got screwed. Chargers moving back to Los Angeles. They got absolutely screwed. San Diego, they have a good naval presence, like in the U.S. Navy. San Diego Admirals. Okay, so they're not all real teams, but okay, that'll do. Okay, that's good. We got our teams, we got our conferences, we got our divisions. Very good. Now we just need our games. Now, I might think about how I'm going to do this because we got to put games and we got to put a. Oh, I didn't put week numbers in the games. Okay, hang on a second. I got to populate the games table somehow. But I did forget the week number. And again, this could be this could be. I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be weeks. Like a basketball league doesn't go by weeks. And I'll tell you what. Let's put in a week number and make that just regular. Again, byte will probably be good enough, but integer. And then we'll put date. You have to say date, game date. And I'll put a format of short date. I'm not going to bother with times. That's going to be a little bit. Okay. So, I mean, this table's got to be filled somehow. And I don't really fancy having to put in team IDs and everything. I'm thinking of a few things here. Make the schedule in Excel and then just import it. Or I can make a query or form because we're going to have to do that anyway. No, well, let's just see how this would work. I'm going to make a query, and it's going to be a schedule query. I think we just need games and teams. Oh, now this is going to be interesting. I hadn't even thought of this, but this is okay. So here's the problem. Not really a problem, but it's something we got to overcome. So each game is going to have a home team and away team. So teams needs to be here twice. I hadn't thought of that, but we have workarounds for this. I'm going to take this one here and see here on the property sheet, which says alias. It's very tiny, I know. I'm going to say home team. Make this one alias. This is an alias. I'm not renaming the table. I'm just renaming this copy of it. You don't want to see what the SQL would look like. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. The home team ID is going to refer here. The way team ID is going to refer here. And that may be all that we need in terms of a schedule query. We don't necessarily need conference and division. And I don't, because I'd have to put a division, a conference table on this side, and a division and conference table on this side. No, it's not. We're gonna okay. Oh, we gotta choose fields. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna want home team. Well, yeah, we're gonna need team ID and city of the home team. So I'm gonna have to put home ID as an alias, and I have to put homes. Oh my God, it doesn't give much room here. No, stop that. Home city. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. Team ID. We should have the name too, shouldn't we? Not for scheduling. Okay, I'll just leave it as city for now. I want to start this out as simply as possible. I'll probably adjust this later as we go along. In an ordinary situation, we'd have a lot more planning out than this, but I just thought it'd be fun to be spontaneous with this. Besides, I have a very busy schedule. I'm doing this. I'm doing this for YouTube. So you know what? I thought I would just wing it, and I'm just winging it. And there's nothing wrong with that once in a while, unless of course it's if it's a client project, you don't want to wing it. Okay. Team ID was it? Oh, colon away ID. Team city. Oh, away city. Okay. Now we got that. Now we just have game data. We're going to put week. Let's not put in game date for now. It should be a division game, conference game, and we're not going to worry about scores yet because we're only going to use this for scheduling. I don't know. Let's see what this duplicate out. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Team ID. Oh, you know what? I got this backwards. It acts as its. All right. Yeah. All right. There we go. Let's save this as query QRY schedule. I'm not worrying about winners and losers and everything just yet. That's for another time. Did I spell this correctly? SCHEDULE. Yes, I did. Okay. So I'm going to start wrapping up this. I guess am I going to call them episodes? I guess I'm going to wrap up this video pretty soon. I want to try to keep these a half hour or less. So I've got the schedule query. Now the thing is, I wonder. I mean, I could make a form out of this. Let me just play with an idea here. To add games, I've pretty much decided that the way I'm going to fill out the schedule is I'm going to make an Excel spreadsheet and then import it because I really don't fancy putting it in the table, entering all the team IDs. But before we go, let's just put in a form design here. Actually, you know what? Let's just try Form Wizard. I don't do that very often, but so I want to create a form wizard from this query schedule. Now we pretty much have to have everything in here, I think. Columnar is probably fine. What title do you want for your form? FRM schedule. That's not the name. Okay, here we go. All right away. I'm gonna this. I don't want this scheduling. It's scheduling form. Okay, there we go. It's not very fancy, but that's okay. So I wonder what we would do here. I think we're going to take the home team. Actually, you know what? Let's just remove all this. Go away. Keyboard's acting up. All right. Let's put a combo box here. And we're going to have every team, we're going to make this a drop down box of teams. So I'm going to take this from the teams table. I'm just going to have, let's do ID, city, and name. We're not going to worry about division just yet. Let's sort by team city. And then by team name. I mean, cities will probably be, well, cities are unique, but okay, there we go. Oh, you know what? I kind of forgot. Wait, this has got to, I think I forgot something. Yeah, so I'm going to name this CBO home team. I'm going to erase the label name because otherwise the label is going to follow the text box around like a puppy. You see it here. Like, I don't like that. I don't know why. So actually, I'm going to home team. And but that's not it. There's something else I got to do with this. Yeah, control source. Oh, but you know what? Okay, wait. All right. No, wait. This is a bound form. I was about to say I forgot to bind the form, but no, I didn't. So I can put the control source as home team ID. Ah, you see? And then I can do the same thing for away team. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to copy and paste. No, not cut. Oh, did I duplicate the label too? Is that what it's complaining about? What? Oh, you know, can we not use this error? I got to do this in every new project, right? I mean, some of these errors, proofing. Hmm. Let's see. Okay, I turned off that error because it's really annoying. All right, we do have to copy this. This is the actual home team. Why am I building this form if I'm just going to import all the teams anyway? Well, just to show you how it would be done. And who knows, I may actually end up using it. Right, so all we got to do with this one is it has the same input. We just got to bind it, the control source, to away ID, and also want to rename the box. It's good to name your controls. Oh, okay, we're going to rename this here. Away team. Okay, there we go. So we don't need this anymore. Oh, one thing though, I think I gotta look at the columns for this. Let's do a couple of housekeeping things here. First of all, I want this to be to show as form schedule, right? And first of all, let's move the week up here. Oh, there is a conference game. It'll fit nicely right up in here. Okay, great. Scooch this over. I'm gonna make this um, not all records, just one record. And signal form. That's how I want it. Okay, good. One more thing we got to do. It does have the teams in here. Oh, I get it. We made a mistake here. I think it's in the query. I'm trying to change the home. I'm trying to change home ID, team ID, but I'm not trying to change it in the schedule. I'm trying to change it in the teams table. All right. You know what? Change. Yes, save the form, but we're gonna have to save that to next time, unless it's something really quick I can take care of. Let's see. Okay, no, it's fine. I just have to. Let's close this. Close this. Make room. So the team ID has to come from the game table. Because the reason I had that error is because I was trying to change this team ID, not this team ID. Yeah, you know what happens. See, I wanted to see how the sausage is made, you know? All right, let's see if we still have Table Games Team ID. Okay, so there are some issues opening this form that it's going to be an easy fix, I'm sure, but we're running a little low, already way over time on this episode. All right, so I'm going to leave this video here. We're going to start off the next video. I'm going to finish that form. I'm probably going to have a schedule to input to upload, and I'm going to make it in Excel, and I'm going to import it into a games table, and maybe we'll just recreate the games table around that. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. All right. Thanks for watching this pilot episode, and we'll see how things go. But off to a good start so far. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.